many people tell other people what they want to do as if they, and when you do that, it's doubt. Because
you allow people to plant the seed of doubt.
Yeah, because no, but it's already there. That was there because you're asking someone else what do they think. But why is what they think? Why is
help you
how they think and what they think so important to how you're gonna move? Because that means you don't believe it. You need a reference. You need someone else to be like, it's okay. And it's like, no, that's the first seed of doubt, and it's going to kill everything. You don't care what other people think. Stop doing that. Too many people do that. You need someone else to say yes so that you.
I need a balance to this argument, gents. I'm not buying it 100%.
Why?
Because, as Sorelli spoke about, growing up, you use your reference points. If I said to you guys today, Kojo made it in LA, he's flying out next Thursday, I'm gonna go with him. We had a very similar upbringing. I'm funnier than him. If you ask someone that went to our youth club, they would say that. So therefore, I'm gonna go do it. My brothers in the room were like, brother, you're hella funny to me, but can you make it out there on a big stage and doing this, that, and the other?
That's the billionaire.
But never think about it. So what I'm saying is not to not listen, to say that that the doubters would feed the seed of doubt, but I would definitely reference
why though
those around me.
Why?
Because having someone else's point of perception could be a balance against my point of perception.
But why?
Because I don't
believe.
That's right. Remember, that wasn't him asking their opinion. That was him telling them, I'm going to do this. Yeah. And his peers saying, brother, as your brethren, I'm telling you, that is not going to work. Think about what you're saying. Think about what you're doing. Think about how you are, so on and so forth. You understand?
Right, I'm going to quickly, I'm actually going to make something relevant to what Kojo went through. If you remember when Kojo first went to America, he went with a DJ. We all know the DJ Longers. DJ Longers it's not like to say DJ Longers jumped on with what Kojo was doing, but DJ Longers had his own dreams and aspirations. He would have had those conversations. He's now doing what he's doing both over here and over there. So we can't say that that hearing people saying to you, oh, that you shouldn't do something is the right way. Because if someone had said to him, nah, that's Kojo's dream, don't go, it's his dream, he wouldn't now be living his own dream. Do you know what I mean? You've got if that's the route you can see, go for it. And if someone's taking that route and you can go with them to do that, by all means go with them to do that. That's what I was going to say.
I got one for you, which kind of leads on to what you've just been saying, but you fail with 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yep. Is this point number 4?
Yeah.
Oh wait. I need to underpin point number 3.
It ties into that as well, because it's like, if you don't take that chance with the doubters and whatever, you're not gonna make anything because you didn't take the shot.
You're guaranteed to fail.
You're guaranteed to fail that way. So you got to take the shot. You have to take it. There's been several businesses. I mean, I've made one successful business, and I can sit there and say to myself, I've taken a shot at all these other ones. They haven't hit, all right, but I've still taken a shot. And there's others that I still have in my mind saying, I'm gonna take the shot. I haven't taken them yet, but I'm going to take the shot. And you know why? Because if I don't take the shot, it's guaranteed to fail. If I take the shot and it fails, then I took another shot.
No, yeah.
This never worked.
So, have you got your point in your head? So, Kojo, point number 1 was?
Make sure you understand the difference between what you want to do versus can you do.
Don't fear failure.
Number 3?
Don't put it off. Basically.
Yeah. Number 4?
You fail 100% of the shots you don't take.
Last point.
So for me, mine's a little bit ever so slightly broken. And I actually like when people are fighting against me when I'm trying to do something.
Why? Because it makes us stronger.
And in life, there are always people who smile with you and make you feel like they've got your back. But behind you, little things. They're not necessarily stabbing you in the back, but they're also not making it easy for you. But for me, especially with the experiences I've been through, like I said, I had kids very young and I had no choice but to succeed because I had 2 mouths to feed, not including myself. So that hunger, you know what, this person's fighting against me. It's all right, you know what? Because I've now learned a lesson from that interaction I've had with you. And that little thing that you did to fight against me to make me fail, I now know that trick. So if it comes up again in the future, I've now learned from what you've done to me. And now I know how to counter it. So I like when people fight against me because it just makes me tougher.
Well, sometimes it's not people, sometimes it's life.
Yeah, right.
And the reality is, again, is like, what is strength if strength isn't tested? You don't know how strong you are if everybody's cool with you and everyone. You don't know how resilient you are if you just, you know, if you're just operating on yes. I would never ever work and trust anybody that's never failed. I can't trust you. Where's the evidence that if shit goes down, where's the evidence and that you're gonna still be here?
Yeah. Where's your record or your credibility?
Thinking about W's all the time. You sit now, I trust people that got a couple L's. Because guess what? They're still here after the L. But if you're somebody that operates on, no, I want to be undefeated, I don't want to lose, whatever. And that's kind of like how boxing is. Everyone wants that Floyd Mayweather thing. But guess what? The best fights have come from people that have lost. The fights that we're talking about in history are the people that have lost a couple. Right?
You came back from a lot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Adversity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for me, I fully agree with what you're saying, but ultimately, all of these things, and you know what, one thing I'll add underneath what Kim's saying is to respect how things work for you. Yeah? Respect how you get your W's. Respect how they are. I remember one time I was just like, man, why have I always got to do things myself? Why is it I can't meet someone that can do what I can do for myself for me? But the moment I was looking for that, it slowed down how I get my W's. Because God said, no, this is how you win.
I get that.
This is how you win.
That's your formula. That's
Your formula. Stop trying to do the lazy thing because someone else is going to get there and they're not going to get what you get. They're not going to get they're not going to get it how you get it either. And I really had to understand the moment I step away from this, I'm jeopardizing my W's because this happens to be how I get mine. And I had to really understand that and respect that this is how things work for me. I can't look at a next man and go, oh, he's got this and they got that, she's got this.
But some of what you just said though, right? It kind of then says if it kind of breeds onto something else where you're saying don't try them because you say like I shouldn't jump ship. I've got W's on what I'm doing right now. So why am I now going?
No, I'm talking about the process.
Yeah, you're talking about the process, but it kind of when I was listening and I was thinking to myself, that you're saying that hold on a second, I'm winning here, I'm winning right now with my business now, but I want to try something else because I don't know, comedy, barbering, do you know what I mean? Being a part of being a DJ, like they're winning on that. So now I want to jump onto that because it seems like it works for you, man. So I'm gonna try a thing, and now I'm saying I'm gonna try a thing. I'm obviously getting somebody else's stuff. I'm trying a way that you lot have obviously been successful doing what you're doing, but it's not necessarily my success. Do you know what I mean? And then that is exactly what you just said. It's about not jumping onto it. But then why should I not try? Like I just said, we just put into the.
I don't think we're saying the same thing.
You can't.
I agree with what you just said. What I'm talking about is even when you try that new thing, you still might have to do it hands-on. There may still not be somebody that's helping you in that new thing. Because you know what? Things just happen for you when you go and talk to the club owner and say, do you know what I mean? Rather than, oh yeah, like every time I call someone, they don't really talk for me correctly or whatever. Now you're putting it in someone else's hands, right? And that's what I used to do. I used to be like, you know what? I'm tired of doing things by myself. Do you know what I mean?
outsource it.
Yeah, let me outsource it. And now I'm outsourcing it and it don't work for me. They're not doing it how I would do it.
Your passion is not behind it. Your identity is not behind it. Your faith is not behind it.
So whatever I'm talking about, even if you shift careers, I'm talking about the same formula that you know you win by. You got to keep that because that's how you get yours, no matter the different things that you're doing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If you're good at talking to the man directly, why you need a middleman? Someone else might need a middleman. You don't need a middleman. Don't start it now.
And this is what we're talking about when we say transferable skills. That you have this in you from whatever you were doing before. This is that passion.
Exactly.
That experience.
Yeah, you sharpen it and you bring it across.
So interestingly,